Cults. You hate them, you love them, you want to be in them, I want to be in them, but obviously I can't. It's not too late, by the way. We can scrap the whole thing. Have me join a cult.
No.
So it's a maybe. Since I can't be a cult member because it's dangerous or illegal or sir, this is not a cult, it's a McDonald's, I decided to do the next best thing. You might be asking, hey, Joe Biden, how did you go from joining a cult to Playboi Carti? And to that I say, have you been alive? If you're a fan of, music, you might have dabbled into different forums and reviews, and every time, without failure, there are thousands of comments saying, Playboi Carti better, Playgoat Carti, Carti better than Beethoven. I have listened to Playboi Carti before. Granted, only a couple of songs, and I thought it was alright, but nothing to justify this level of dedication. There has to be something else, something more sinister, something more evil. So I stayed up hours, I stayed up days, I stayed up years.
Years?
Years! What's a novel? After all that detective work, all I had to show was some empty bottles. I'd lost it all. But after everything I went through, I can't give up now. I had to find a secret no matter what, but how? Of course, it's so obvious. I could have always been so blind. There's only one way to find the truth. By listening to every Playboi Carti song in one sitting. Game plan. First, this marathon includes every Playboi Carti song ever, but does not include every feature, because that is not his vision, and as we established before, Playboi Carti better. Second, it has to be streamed. Why? So you can't say I faked it. And lastly, there are 0 rests. I'm not allowed to take a break because then I'm out of the sauce and my meatball of a brain won't be marinated enough. And with the rules established, I was off. First album is called THC The High Chronicles, and it was released in 2011, back when Playboi Carti was not a playboy, but a Sir Cartier. Unfortunately, this mixtape is lost, and all I could find was these 3 songs. However, there is a YouTube playlist that claims to have all of them, but 90% have nothing to do with Playboi Carti, so fuck you. Is this him though? Is this actually him? Ah yes, it sure is. You see, Jordan Teller Carter was only 14 years old when he made THC, and honestly, this shit was fine. This is an amazing start compared to what it could have been, a 14-year-old cringy rapping. It does feel like he's recording this from his mama's bathtub, but nah. We do love a clean boy. I kept my high spirit and flew through the next song and the one after, and just like that, in less than 10 minutes, I've listened to all the available songs for this mixtape. At this point, I was feeling easy. This is great. It's just me and my little cookie clicker just vibing for a few hours. There is 0 issues whatsoever. What the fuck was even the point? My mind is free. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Now it was time to move on to the next one. The Young Misfits. Young Misfits, let's get it.
Foolish to
36
not
villains.
Understand that, because demons are real.
Now this mixtape was under the handle Sir Cartier, but now our little 15-year-old boy had a label called TFZ. What is TFZ, you ask? So this group was a South Atlanta-based rap group which included Playboi Carti and his close friends, family, yeah, who gives a shit? This is not a history channel. All you gotta know is TFZ stood for The Fucking Zombies, and they fucking sucked. This mixtape has 9 tracks, with 2 of them being skits, and boy was this a step down. Oh no, yawning now. Now I do realize that the first mixtape I listened to only had 3 songs available, and maybe those 3 songs were the best, so comparing them is kinda unfair. And Young Misfits did have good songs, like Blue Crystals, and yeah, that's it. Everything else felt very half-assed and boring. The skits were just chopped up sound effects of some 90s slasher movie that barely matched the vibe. Most songs had absolutely 0 redeeming qualities, and it felt like Carti was doing this as a chore. This was not the Carti I was expecting. This was a boring, generic SoundCloud rapper. It was at this moment that I realized what I was getting myself into. It hasn't even been 40 minutes and I slowly started questioning this. Is this going downhill from here? Have I been doomed to listen to subpar bullshit for hours without break? Have I been promised heavens just to be condemned to hell? And just like that, a horrible feeling started to build up. the feeling of, this hurts, man. This fucking hurts, brother. The next album on this marathon was In Abundance, and this was god awful. I had some faith in the beginning, trying to give it the benefit of the doubt and be positive, but soon enough I found myself trying everything I could to not listen to it. From playing chess to checking my phone, my brain was screaming at me to stop this and put something enjoyable on. What the fuck was even the point? Every song just blended together in this horrendous madness of sound that had zero purpose, zero vision, and more importantly, zero responsibility. You're Playboi fucking Carti. You had years to train this, and this is the bullshit that you release? If you're a Playboi Carti fan, you might be inclined to close this video and just drop a dislike. But just wait. Because as awful as this experience was, I didn't stop. I could have faked the rest and give a half-assed positive feedback and jerk y'all off, but this is beyond my puny human wants. I had to continue to see the truth. And I did. And so will you. I listened to every single song on this awful album and gave my review and rating to each song. I had paved the way from the valley of garbage to the summit of mediocrity. I was determined to use my anger to fuel my motivation to keep this going just a song at a time, minute by minute. I was too far in to give up. After that train wreck, it was time for the next album, the self-titled Playboi Carti. And when I say at this point I'd rather listen to anything else, you better fucking believe me. But I swallowed my sanity and kept going. Then something unthinkable happened.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Yes! In the resentment I was feeling, I found a sense of solace. He understands what he has to do, like so much more. In the most fucked up way, the mediocrity and the absurdity of each track became a sanctuary of calmness. As the songs progressed, I found myself wanting the songs to lack direction. I wanted them to be less creative. I wanted them to unapologetically and aggressively attack all the senses I had. With almost 3 hours on the clock, I needed the songs to be something more than just music. It had to be a vision, a feeling, a vibe. What the fuck was... Dilit is absolutely amazing. Dude, this shit is hard as fuck, man. What the fuck? I can sit here and talk hours about how good the production is, how seamlessly Carti comprehends what vibe needs to be set, and how beautifully it's all put together. But that's not the point. This is not what this album is trying to achieve at all. You don't need to sit down and microanalyze this. You don't need to just check every single aspect to deem it worthy. I'm so sorry, Mr. Carti, for saying anything bad about you. You just need to sit down, put on some shade, and absolutely wipe out of your fucking mind. Do we have to test this, man, for the absolute chat hormones? Because goddamn, this is, you know what, I get it now. I get it, I understand. This is good. This is fucking great. And that is when it clicked. Okay. What the fuck was that?
I didn't hear anything.
What the fuck do you mean you didn't hear anything? What? Just... We're done. Just stop. What the fuck is... gosh darn it, that was a bit creepy, wasn't it? But it's fine, yeah? Lights are out, I suppose. Are you okay? Anywho, now, at last, it was time for Whole Lotta Red. I heard so much about this album and absolutely how divided all the reviews are. If the fans didn't enjoy it, how the fuck could I?
Wake up, filthy.
Dude, his vocals are so much better than this shit. Unironically, like he actually cares right now. This album was my absolute favorite. I haven't experienced anything like it. Every second of it was just mesmerizing to me. Whole Lotta Red achieved what I wanted this marathon to achieve. I wanted to get into the mind of a Playboi Carti fan, and I finally did. Each song, from Rockstar Made, Vamp Anthem, or Punk Monk, to Sky, to Feel Like Dying, everything had something for me to love. Now there are songs here and there that feel rushed and unpolished and not absolutely there yet, but even those are insanely fun to listen to. At this point, with shy of 5 hours on the clock, I finally felt it. I felt something that every Playboi Carti fan has always felt. Pure ecstasy. 5 hours in this shit, this has been my life and will be my life forever. I don't think I can go back. There's nothing there for me anymore. Whole Lotta Red was a rap on the gift that was Playboi Carti. The feeling and mindset I got from torturing myself while listening to him for this long is something that I never knew I needed before, but now I can't live without it. If you're like me and you don't give this kind of music the chance it deserves, sit your bitch ass down and play some. Stop limiting yourself from some sort of self-righteous personal principle. You don't need to listen to conscious music every single time. Sometimes you just need a music that elevates your day without it being the forefront of it. I'm happy that this broadened my horizon and showed me a love that I never knew I wanted. And by the end of this album, that love was all there was. I spent 5 hours listening to Playboi Carti, and I get it. I have been nothing but a vessel. But this vessel has broken free. With all I have gone through, there is one more thing left for me to do. It's time to become Playboi Carti.
I got my sandals, I got 2 toes on me. I got my sandals, I got 2 toes on me. I got my trips on about that AA meeting. I got my trips on about that AA meeting. Yeah. I ain't gonna be no bitch. I ain't gonna be no bitch. I ain't gonna be your bitch. I'm just gonna lean on bitch. I ain't gonna be no bitch. I ain't gonna be no bitch. I ain't gonna be no bitch. I'm just gonna lean on bitch. Oh, that boy be walking down with a taco. Who the fuck's that? Go and get me my dinero. Still a make-up, fuck the booze is a motto. Got some tic-tacs in my cock, will make you wet on. Slap your thoughts, yeah, it's like it's all made of jello. Respect your man's pants like it's dripping red pesos. Spill a caramel, you know I'm a sex symbol. I got my sandals, I got 2 toes on me. Yeah. I got my sandals, I got 2 toes on me. I got my trips on about that AA meeting. I got my trips on about that AA meeting. I got my sandals, I got 2 toes on me. I got my sandals, I got 2 toes on me. I got my trips on about that AA meeting. I got my trips on about that AA meeting. Yeah.
What the fuck? Who the fuck is that?
Welcome. You have finally broken the barrier.
Wait a minute. I know that voice.
You are now worthy.
Adam Sandler? From Hotel Transylvania 2? What is going on here? I don't understand.
Oh no, but you do. You are one of us now. You are one with me.
What are you talking about? This has nothing to do with... You're Playboi Carti? What? But this doesn't make any sense.
Does it not? You sure? Think about it. Really, really think about it, my child.
I don't get it. How? Unless the search for meaning is itself meaningless. In this universe of chaos, it's absurd to find reason. And when we put value on an art based on its creativity or how deep it is, we are quantifying something that can't be measured, that shouldn't be measured. Maybe our endless pursuit of profoundness in itself is a desperate attempt to get control. Maybe a movie about just a bunch of monsters in a hotel is all we need. Just like sometimes a music without any deeper layers is all we need.
Nah, dude. It's me, Adam Sandler. I make dope movies. Of course I can make dope music, you dumbass.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But wait, you do use a lot of N-words.
Oh, would you look at that? I gotta go. Sorry, bye.